Alright my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to some brand new F1 Manager 22 and our Aston Martin career mode. Last episode is linked above, feel free to go and check it out. Now, obviously, if you've not seen last episode or the one before, since our points finish for both drivers, it's been a little bit of a struggle, hasn't it? I think Vettel is clearly the more consistent of the drivers, but I'm getting to a point where I'm definitely thinking that we might have to take a look at our driver situation and stuff. So I think we're going to do some management stuff to begin the episode, as we always do. We are still very much waiting on our car parts. I still think they're quite some way away. So yeah, 22 days. They're not going to be ready for probably the next couple of races, I don't think. Which is very annoying. The car needs something. It needs some upgrades, and I think it actually needs some quite significant upgrades. Now I'm looking at the drivers at the moment. We've actually got a development point to put on Vettel, which is interesting. Put it on his braking. We do need to manage that anyway. So I'm at a point where I might consider offering Vettel another year at the team, but I want to try and get his salary down a bit, because this team makes some pretty good money, is something I've noticed. We're making almost 4 million a race, even though we're back markers. A lot of that is because we don't overdo it with our kind of sponsorship expectations each race. It's going to cost a lot to kind of break his contract if we wanted to replace him. But as I've kind of already alluded to, he's far more consistent than Lance Stroll. This is going to be really controversial because the owner of Aston Martin is obviously Lance Stroll's dad. So I don't know how he's going to feel about it, gang, if we were to move Lance Stroll on. But look, I've been put in charge of this team, and I think this is maybe what's best for business. So I'm considering giving Vettel another year. He's doing all right. I really feel like he's pretty strong, you know. He's pretty strong, and I think that his setups have been pretty good. He's got good affinity with his, you know, race engineer and whatnot. So I'm gonna dive in here and I'm gonna try and offer him a new contract for 1 season, right? I'm gonna try and drop this down a bit. Now this could be where I get hurt, because he might be expecting the same salary. So he gets bonuses. I think his current contract, lump sum, he gets that bonus of 1.3, and he gets a race target bonus. So his bonus threshold is 10th. So if he finishes above 10th, he gets a bonus of like 1.3 million or whatever. I guess we should keep the bonuses, all right? I'm all right keeping the bonuses, but I want to try and get that salary down if possible. So that bonus threshold, 10th and above. So I think that's fair, 10th and above, because the car really isn't expected to be that high at the moment. But I want to see if we can get this down, like, quite a bit. I don't know if I'm pushing my luck here, but I'm just going to try and do it about 10 million. I'm going to do 10.5 million, and let's see if he will accept it for 1 more year. He's 82 rated, and there's drivers that are better rated than him on less money. I just think it's an extortionate contract. He's probably going to reject this. All right, he probably is. Yeah, he's not happy with that. He's not happy with that amount. 1 season as well. He wants a multi-season deal. And I don't know if I'm happy to give him multi-season deal. Let's go to about 12 million and see if he will accept that. If not, it's going to be having to pay him like 14 odd million. And I just think we can get 2 better drivers for less money. So, yeah. Yeah, he's still unhappy. I don't really want to give him any more than that. It just seems like an extortionate amount of money. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to give in. I'm going to give in on that. Lance Stroll, what is your contract like? He's on like 3 million. He's on 3 million, and there's literally, like, as far as their overall rating, there's a 3-point discrepancy between the two. Like, that's pretty insane, you know? And he's like, growth is a lot better. Interesting, isn't it? It's very, very interesting. Really don't know what I'm going to do with the drivers. I want to see this season out with Vettel, but I'm actually very close to like just binning Lance Stroll off. He just doesn't have the race pace. He does not have the race pace. So I looked at Gasly. I scouted Gasly, Pierre Gasly. For this current season, he's got 20 points on the board in the AlphaTauri, which is pretty good. 84 rated. And when we look at his contract, it's a lot less than Vettel, isn't it? It's a lot less. And that bonus threshold as well is 10th again. Morale, scouting. So, average aggression, average like potential growth. See, I would like that to be high. But look at some of these. He's just a very forward-thinking driver. He's not too good on the actual racecraft, but I think the rest of it's pretty good. So yeah, anyone above Gasly, I think is I don't think is we can get. I think they're all too far ahead, basically, in my opinion. I'd love to know what Lewis's contract is. I bet that's astronomical. So yeah, I think from around about Gasly is where we should be looking. But then the minute you go any less, you know, you're going to have a worse driver overall than Vettel, basically. And there's only, as far as like ratings wise, there's only 3 drivers considered better or the same as Lance Stroll. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's kind of interesting where we're at. I really like Albon. I really like him. Like in real life, I think he's not scouted. Don't have any scouts available. I think I'm going to scout Albon. Not really doing it in that Williams, is he? But yeah, I kind of want to give him. I want to try and give him a chance, maybe. Yeah, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to wait and see. But I think the drivers is definitely something we've got to work on. Anyway, let's do the other stuff. I've been waffling on about all of that for quite long enough. They're disappointed with our performance in Monaco, but do you know what? Suck it. I don't care. So we've had a board confidence check-in. Keep performing as well as possible during the races. Would expect to see good results in the next 2 months. They're pretty happy, basically, is what they're saying. Finances look very good, very healthy. We've just upgraded our hospitality. Right, so our wind tunnel has been improved, and yeah, so as you can see, some of the performance is pretty much doubled, so that's really, really good, and that's going to help with our testing. So it is time for race weekend, and so our race weekend prep. Q2, yeah, we're just going to do that. Fastest lap, qualifying streak. Yeah, we're going to just leave it as we do. I don't really do anything too exciting there, do I? But yeah. ERS is at 52% and 51%. I'm going to run practice, and then I'm going to take a look at this again and see where it's at, and I might change it for the race. But for now, the ERS system, I'm going to leave.
Hello from Baku, where we're looking forward to a weekend of racing among the medieval and the modern, here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Drivers will be battling it out on the streets of the Baku city circuit, a real contradiction of a track. From the long main straight, where the less drag the better, to the tight turns where downforce is a necessity. Teams are going to have to work hard to get that balance right. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. So, without further ado, let's get started.
So it's time for practice, and I don't know if you was listening to that little intro there, but this is one of the hardest tracks to kind of get right, get your setup right, because you kind of need low drag, but you need, you know, your car to be nimble through the corners. There's a real contradiction. So I think the setup's going to be difficult, but yeah, I'm going to try my hardest to get it right for qualifying. Well, our practice has ended as it always ends, 17th and 18th, but my setups are not too bad at all. We're going to get some good performance bonuses out of Vettel's car, to be fair. Maybe not so much out of Stroll's, but his car setup again, for whatever reason, was so much more complex than Vettel's. But it is time for qualifying. I'm going to get... I'm going to send Vettel out. He's in the faster car, I think.
Should be green now.
Kind of just makes more sense to just get Vettel out on the racetrack first. We'll get him up the road a little. I think someone else has sent their car out just before Vettel, which is interesting. That rarely happens. I'm going to send Stroll now. Street circuit, it's a Ferrari in front of Vettel, so I don't really think we're going to have too many worries about where on the racetrack this traffic's going to be, to be honest with you. Quite a few cars have been sent out very early in the session. It's a very difficult track, this one. It's a really complex circuit, not one of the easier ones for the drivers. So, yeah. Very fast straight here. And, yeah, we're going to follow Vettel's lap all the way around. And his lap begins... as he hits 324 kilometers an hour. His lap begins now. So let's go around this lap. It's one of the longer tracks on the calendar, I believe. And like I was saying, we were trying to get this practice sorted out. A very difficult one for the drivers, especially to get the setup of their cars as they want them. I'm just going to do this on Stroll as well, so we can just keep an eye on his lap and see how it's going. Obviously, his lap is taking place a little bit behind that of Sebastian Vettel. Wondering what sort of performance we're going to need from these cars in this weekend of qualifying. I don't know, what is this, race 7 now, I believe, and we've only got out of Q1 once, and that was because of rain. We got really lucky, didn't we? But even with that said, that was a phenomenal weekend, and we still had to put the times in. But we're just going to have to see what happens, basically, in this Baku race weekend. Back-to-back street circuits, maybe not the greatest thing to happen for our car, unfortunately. But that's just one of those things. I believe this might be someone on their out lap. Yep, they're going to get out of the way, which is very good. That's going to help us massively. Not interfered in the lap at all. And I believe Vettel is on to this final straight. We're going to see Leclerc or Sainz. I'm not sure which of the Ferraris it was. They're going to pass that start-finish line in a moment. We'll see what sort of time they've put in. And they're a 1:43. We're going to be quite off that, I would imagine. Yeah, a 1:45 is what it was looking like for Sebastian Vettel. We will just switch over to Stroll. Yeah, it was a 1:45.6. I think Stroll... no, it was Schumacher's gone a hell of a lot faster. Jesus Christ, how slow were we around that racetrack? As Stroll goes even slower than Vettel, we are really, really off the pace. Alarmingly off the pace. I really don't know how I get the best out of this car, to be honest with you, going forward. I really, really don't. But we're going to mooch through qualifying now. I really don't suspect that we're going to be very quick at all in qualifying for this race weekend. I just don't think this car has the power at the moment. I'm going to refig the cars just so that we are ready should we wish to send them out again, but I don't know if it's going to be worth it, to be honest with you, gang. I genuinely am feeling like I should just save the engine power and the ERS systems and just deal with the blow that we will be dealt in qualifying. As you can see, Latifi and Albon are slower than both Vettel and Stroll. The McLarens are yet to set a lap. Now, remember, we have to give ourselves a good couple of minutes if we are going to send them out again. Ricciardo can't go quicker. That's interesting. Norris does go quicker. And that's Ricciardo's in lap, isn't it? Do you know what? I'm going to send Stroll. And then I'm going to send Vettel. I am going to send him again, just because there's a slight chance, but we've got to get them round before the traffic hits. And there you go. That's us finished off, basically, because we're going to be on hot laps, and they're all going to be on there. And there, what's the name? Warm-up laps. As you can see, look, Vettel. But actually, Vettel might get away with this. Stroll hasn't, but Vettel might. Vettel might get away with this. Vettel... Did he go quicker? I don't think he did. I don't think Vettel did go quicker. Not quick enough, session. Anyway. So where are we at? Vettel... Lap history. He put in 2 laps. Didn't he? Yeah, he did. He's slightly, not a lot, but he did go quicker. It's all on Ricciardo. It's all on Ricciardo and Joe if they can go quicker. Might see Vettel through to Q2, but well, it won't. Oh yeah, it is. It's Ricciardo went quicker. I was just about to say, well, it won't be Ricciardo because he's just seen the checkered flag, but no, it's not to be. Where is Joe on the racetrack? And yeah, Joe goes a lot quicker. So there you have it. We are 17th and 18th, and yeah, disappointing.
Race day has arrived, and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Aston Martin did a good job during qualifying, and they're pretty much where everyone expected them to be on the grid. Now it's up to them to defy expectations during the race itself. AlphaTauri did rather well in qualifying. Let's see if they can manage to achieve a strong start for the race itself. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
Well, whatever happens, it's sure to be a tremendous race day here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Well, here we go, gang. I think this is going to be a very, very tough race weekend for us. Vettel's obviously got more confidence in the car, but yeah, I think it's going to be tough. I'm going to go medium hard with both driver. I just don't really see the point in doing anything else. I don't know if we can change the car parts now. I don't think we can. The ERS system, we can, but I think we would take a grid penalty. We only get 2 ERS systems is that a season? I know we can produce more. Unused car part. You cannot buy a new RS because one or more is currently unused. Oh, right, okay, so we probably can. But that would be a grid penalty, wouldn't it, if we were to install this on the car? So do we just mooch along with the one we've got? It's at 48%. That's what I'm a little bit worried about. Can we get through this race on that? Look at the gearbox. Jesus Christ. The gearbox and the engines, the last few races have taken a hammering. No wonder we've got no pace. Anyway, whatever. Do you know what? I'm going to go aggressive. I'm not going to go, like, overboard. I'm actually going to do this a bit different, this race. I'm going to try something different. And, you know, I'm just going to put him on the same strat. I just don't really see the point. And I just want to check where his car parts are kind of at. Very kind of similar place at the moment. I think we're just going to leave it, I think. Driver options. And again, I'm going to go the same with you. So, let's get into it.
A somewhat overcast day for the drivers, who've now taken position on the grid. And there's Sebastian Vettel. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. There's the second Aston Martin. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. The race start is mere seconds away. Here we go, with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Right, when it's lights out, we go racing, as you all know, and here we go, gang.
And away we go.
I've just gone aggressive on the tyre from the start this time. I don't know if that's going to hurt us or not, but I don't really see us doing too much in this race, to be honest with you. Vettel already, like, he always attacks on that first lap, doesn't he? Yeah, we'll go aggressive. I just don't want us to, like, waste the tyres away, like we kind of have been in recent races.
Aston Martin with
But yeah, Vettel did overtake Ricciardo, so that was good stuff, and gains a position. But yeah, this is going to be one of those. I don't think we're going to see too much of the race. They're long laps, and I think we're going to be very much at the back of the grid. There's going to be no weather to really be worrying about during the course of this one, and I think a lot of this is just going to be us, like, trickling behind other cars and whatnot. Stroll looks like he's having a look. And he's going to get that done. That's really good from Lance Stroll. That's really good.
Good job.
We've got to keep an eye on the ERS because we will need to drop that into neutral. But for now, yeah, around about the 60% mark, because it keeps it at a nice level. And our ERS systems are going to be... or a better word, bollocksed by the time this race is over, to be fair. So, let's just kind of keep that like that. So our tyres have got to get to about lap 21, 22. We are obviously going to have to pit these guys probably a lap apart, unless there's a bit of a gap, and then we could probably get away with double stacking. But yeah, so we'll just kind of use a bit of their... good stuff at the beginning. If I just look at other people's tyre wear, they're in about a similar place, other people. I think that maybe they just settle into their tyres a bit quicker than we do. 82% on their softs though. Look at that. That's crazy, isn't it? 94. So yeah, they've definitely settled in on their tyres a lot quicker than we did. So let's just do the same. Let's do the same. Let's kind of try and do what the AI do a bit more, and I think we can learn from the AI in this game a little bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna probably gonna be watching this race on this screen a fair amount, I'm afraid, gang. I know it's not the most exciting way to kind of watch the race, but it's a long race, this one. It's long laps. It's you know, it's going to take a while. Norris spun, so that kind of backed Norris up. I think that's why we've got this. Stroll's gone past Vettel, which is very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Lance Stroll clearly has the pace out of the two cars. So there you have it. Vettel's taken him back, though, and Ricciardo's kind of piggybacked Vettel and gone past Stroll. So, yeah, there you go. He's probably going to get a good look at Vettel before long as well. Yeah, there you go. And Stroll went past Vettel as well. And I think they're kind of all using each other's DRS and kind of piggybacking down that long straight. Stroll, being Stroll though, loses that gap from Ricciardo and costs both cars, basically. Look at that. The McLaren is absolutely pulling away. And yeah, that's where we're at, gang. We're basically where we have been all season long. In the back of the grid. It's frustrating as hell at the moment. It really is. The Haas are a bit of a worry in this race because they are quite high up that grid and running quite well. And if they pick up points, they're going to be in with a chance, aren't they? So,
there's a spin.
Bit of a worry. Perez with a spin. We might as well take a look because it's going to be more interesting than what we're doing. So, yeah, ta-ta. See you later. Wow. Literally under no pressure whatsoever. And he bins it. Yeah. Oh, well. This is going to be one of them races. I could just tell from the qualifying and the practice, like, there was literally no race. There was going to be no race pace. Like I could tell there was going to be zero race pace. So yeah, I think we get on those hard tyres and then we just got to run them basically to the end, run them into the ground basically, and just kind of go from there. But yeah, we've got to get these mediums, like I've already said, to about lap 22, and we'll change them. We'll see where our tyre wear is nearer the time. See if we can push a bit. But Ocon's already pitted. He must have had the soft tyres on quite early on. Zhou has been kind of dragged in a bit by us, which is a surprise. Has he already pit? Yeah, yes, that's what it is. Maybe they're going for 2 stops. We're obviously doing a 1-stop race. Yeah, it's just really not much to talk about where this race is concerned. I knew Baku was going to be a difficult race. Like, it's a really difficult race for the teams in real life. And I just was looking at our car and the development and the real lack that we've been able to make in the last few races, because obviously we've been developing, you know, parts for the car. But yeah, we're not really in like that good a spot going into this one. So yeah, it's just one of those races. I think it's a bit of a throwaway race, you know. A bit like in football when City face some of the bottom teams. It's a bit of a throwaway game, isn't it, for those top teams? But yeah, it's one of those things. We really have the race pace. And pit window's open though. That's why we've slowed down a little. But that Alpine will just let it pass, because it's like a rocket ship compared to us. It really is. It is a rocket ship. Yeah, pit window is open. Now I'm looking at the tyre wear, and I'm now having to... I've really got to start to consider who is going to take this tyre the longest. And I think it's going to be Vettel, to be fair. But I'm going to pit Vettel first, I think. So I'm actually going to attack the next like couple of laps with Vettel. But go a bit more aggressive with Vettel, not attack it, but go a bit more aggressive. Yeah. Do we? Yeah. I'm gonna pit him now. Is he going? What's Vettel going onto a hard tyre? So yeah, do it as planned. Vettel's coming in.
Box.
We've got to go one more lap with Stroll. No, just ignore that for the minute, because we're going to go one more lap with Stroll, and then I'll do it myself, basically. So let's hammer this around. There we go. Vettel's in, and then yeah, we're gonna hit Stroll onto that hard tyre. And that's our race done. There's no more real tweaks or anything we can make to this, gang. That's just us, basically. We've got to see it to the end of the race and see what happens. And yeah, Vettel's going to take his place back. Haven't been able to jump anybody else or get close to anyone else, to be fair. It's that's as interesting as it's going to get, probably. Unfortunately, it's just not really. It's not one for the neutral, shall we just say that much. There's a chance some other teams could still pit. I just don't think they will, though. If we look at the tyres everyone's on, yeah, everybody's on the hard tyre. Nobody's going to pit again. Everyone's going to be trying to go to the end. So it's basically who can make that tyre go to the end the best. But yeah, 9 seconds up the road we are from Ricciardo, and Stroll's 8 seconds behind Vettel, and Albon's 13 seconds up the road from Stroll. So yeah, this is probably where our race finish will be. Just burn off some of this fuel. And I've not really taken to using the ERS system how I maybe would normally, but a lot of that is just because our ERS systems are knackered and they're pretty much at the end of their life, so there really is kind of no need to do so. We're going to get lapped by the race leaders. But yeah, everyone is so far up the road. I'm just really surprised at how slow the McLarens are. I'm really surprised. They are 15th and 16th. Yeah, okay, they're a lot faster than us, like 11 seconds up the road from Vettel, but they are not a fast car. Oh my god, why can't you just go away? I wish when you clicked on it, it would just go away so we could keep an eye on like the race and whatnot. Look, we're comfortably faster than that Williams, but we're just not, we're nowhere near some of the others. Schumacher in 11th. K-Mag is the one I'm worried about because he's going to pick up some points and that's going to help them in the drivers' constructors. I really, really need Alonso to overtake K-Mag and him to drop down to 10th. That's just a point. Michael Schumacher's going backwards. We could really do with Zhou like catching him up as well. But yeah, this is our race done. This is it. This is probably going to be the shortest episode in the series so far because this is such a nothing episode because I kind of had this feeling that this is where this was the direction the race was going to go in. You know, everybody gets on those hard tyres and they just see them out to the end. We are not catching. We're losing those McLarens. They're flying compared to us. Where they've found this pace is beyond me. Safety car.
Safety car.
Oh,
Safety car.
Here we go. Safety car. How many laps? How many laps are left?
Copy.
We're on the hard tyre. Oh, this is annoying because... Alright, I'll open the pit options. So that... I'm trying to work out how many, like, laps. So, laps. 26 laps you would get out of that tyre. How many laps are left? I don't know how many laps are left. I wish I did. Why can't I find this out? I don't think there's that many laps left. I really don't. I think there's about 20 laps to go. Do you know what?
Car in
How many laps are there?
Yeah, copy.
Come on, tell me. Oh my god, yes. Let's do this. Let's get you in as well. Let's get you in as well. Let's get you on a much faster tyre. This might help us a lot.
Like a single car.
We're going to be able to double stack as well because he was very much like up the road. Okay, this, I don't know what the Williams are going to do, but I think we had enough on them anyway.
Yellow flag.
Zhou is out, which actually doesn't help us because now both of the Haas are there or thereabouts and they might potentially have a bit of a chance. So what I want to do is, because it is a safety car, come on, stop a minute. Right, we're going to conserve those tyres. Is that who I think it is behind us? Yeah, the safety car is just behind us. We've got to go all the way around the track and catch up. This is unbelievable. Where have you filtered out? You just conserve your tyres.
Yeah, take it easy.
So... They are still on the hard tyres. They didn't pit. We could have some pace here. Ocon is pitting. Are the others going to pit? This is what we're going to find out. Ocon's gone onto the soft tyre as well, which I think is very clever from Ocon. Vettel has got such a ways to go to catch this up. Because I think he has to catch the race back up, doesn't he?
Safety car will be in this.
Right, he's coming in this lap. Fair enough. So, he's coming in. So, we are going to... Is he in? Is he coming in now? Is it right now? Do you know what we should do? Here we go. Keep an eye on you, basically. So...
Make sure we get a good restart. Yeah. Push more.
Vettel's too far away, I think, for it to really matter. But for him, I think it makes sense to go for it, basically. We can burn a
Happy to
lot of
push.
that off, and we can burn a lot of
copy.
that off. Right, okay. So I think Vettel was still quite a bit up the road. But we are going to be on the much quicker race tyre with just 10 laps to go. So we might be able to really, really push these tyres. Yeah, we're 15 seconds away from Ricciardo. Stroll is like a lap behind. More than a lap behind. So we don't really need to worry about him, but Vettel's the one to kind of keep an eye on. Right, okay. What can Vettel do with 10 laps to go on the soft tyre, loads of fuel to burn, and an ERS system that he can use as and when he potentially drags people in? He's very much on his own on the racetrack. This could get interesting. The safety car might have helped us. I know I didn't see the accident. I didn't see what happened to Zhou, but Norris has overtaken Schumacher. So Norris has really flown up the order as a result of that restart. But yeah, let's see what we can do, shall we? Settle in. It is just 10 laps after all. Look at this. Look at this. Come on. Because there's going to be fresher tyres as well. They're going to be fresher tyres. Vettel's just lapped the Williams. That is mental, isn't it? That is actually mental.
DRS enabled.
DRS is enabled. Okay. Drop you into standard. And we'll see where the condition is when we get closer to maybe like 4 laps to go. But, Vettel, what are you doing? He's going hunting right now. He is going hunting right now. Come on, Vettel. Come on. Show me what you've got. Show me what you've got. Show me you're worth 14 million a year. That's what I want to know. Are you worth 14 million a year? Can we see that car? Is it within a distance? Is it close enough? Not quite. We need to get it within a second before we can use that DRS. We're losing a fair amount on the straight. No real surprise there. There is a bit of a DRS train opening up. This we've got some potential here. This has got some potential. I'm not saying we've got potential for a points finish, but we've got a potential for at least to be a bit higher than we are. Right, so Vettel. Look, there's the cars. They're in front. Come on, Vettel. Come on. DRS is going to be enabled, isn't it? Along here, I'm pretty sure it is. Come on. There we go. He's following them. Come on, Vettel. They're yours. They're yours for the taking. Come on. You can get this done. Oh, not quite. Yes, I think he might get the McLaren. He's not going to quite get the Haas, though. They're a bit close together, but I think he might get the Haas. No! Come on, Vettel! Come on, you beauty. This is what I'm saying about the soft tyre. And now we've got Tsunoda just half a second up the road as well. Come on. Come on. What can we do? There was me groaning and grumbling about this race. Where's it going to go? We can't get anything out of it. But the safety car might have helped us. It really might. Because Vettel has got the race pace right now with 6 laps to go. He is flying at the minute. He's got so much fuel to dump as well, so I can literally leave the engine to perform at its highest peak potential. And here he goes again, and he's going to get a look at Tsunoda, surely down this straight. I maybe should have gone to overtake there with the ERS system. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next time. He's close enough though, isn't he? There we go. Come on, Vettel. Come on, Vettel. He's very close. Very, very close. Whereabouts on the track is he? So we need another one of those long straights to like really kind of help us out. There we go. Into... I'm just going to keep this hovering over this because there's going to be a chance, isn't there, eventually, at an overtake. Surely. As long as he stays like close enough. And I am going to stick... When he gets to the bottom here, I'm going to stick it into overtake now. There we go. He gets the job done. Well done, Vettel. Come on, lad. Come on. They're going to have DRS behind us. But there we go. Come on. He's on a much faster tyre. Come on. Push. And now we chase Norris down potentially. But not quite, because Tsunoda had the pace to get past us. Unbelievable. The DRS is such a difference maker.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
Here we go. Stick it into overtake. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Gonna have a look, isn't he? He's having a look, he's having a look. Biding his time. Come on, Vettel. You need to be a bit closer than that, sunshine. He has it in overtake, though. And we use this DRS to get past him. Are we going to have enough about us? I think we might get the job done on the inside. That is beautiful. Come on, Vettel. Right, now, you've got to pull away a bit. You've got to pull away a bit. And he was catching Norris. He's going to get Norris. Oh, my God. What a piece of driving. What a piece of driving by Vettel there. Incredible. He's up to P12. We're going to take a look at this overtake because it wasn't quite that clear, was it? But it's still not that clear with the replay, to be fair. Incredible, though, from Vettel. He is flying on this soft tyre. Absolutely flying. Unfortunately for Stroll, he was just too far behind for it to really make a difference for him, which is a shame, because if he would have shown the same sort of pace and been a bit closer to Vettel, he would have been on. There's still a few laps to go here. We're 1.5 seconds away from Magnussen. Are we going to catch Magnussen? I wonder. Would we have enough time to catch Alonso? Probably not. With a couple of laps to go, just 4 seconds. We're not going to quite get in the points. It's not quite worked out for points. But it's worked out that Vettel has been able to fly at the end of this race. It's like he's been strapped into a rocket ship and away he's gone. And, yeah, he's absolutely loved it, hasn't he? And I think I've got to deploy the ERS probably when we get to that pit straight. Unless he gets a bit close. Yeah, he's within. He is within. I'm going to stick it into overtake when we hit that main straight. I think he's going to have it about him to get it done. So we are going to go into overtake pretty soon, I would imagine. I'm going to stick it into overtake now because this is where we get the pace. And he's got it done. That is brave. That is very brave from Vettel there. It does have to be said. And look at the pace. It is so quick on these soft tyres. So quick. And now he's just got to make the most of it and pull away. Yeah, 3.5 seconds with just a lap to go. I think it's way too much to ask of Vettel to catch Alonso at this rate, but it's very unlucky. It's really unlucky. It kind of really played into our hands, that safety car, didn't it? An 11th place finish, though, when it was looking very doom and gloom. To be fair, it really was looking doom and gloom, this race. It's a shame. It's a shame that we didn't have maybe 2 or 3 more laps, because I think with 2 or 3 more laps, we potentially would have caught Alonso and maybe even been on for a point. But the good thing is, small wins, obviously, is that the Haas drivers are not going to get a point. Schumacher ended up 16th, for K-Mag is 12th behind us. So, yeah, there are some minor wins where this is concerned. Is this the last lap? Do you know what? We might as well just attack it for the last lap. We really might as well just go all in and just see what we can get out of these tyres for the remainder of the lap. We are 2.5 seconds away from Alonso, who is kind of trickling along quite nice in front of us. I think he's too far ahead. We're never going to gain that sort of time, are we, over the course of a lap? But, oh my God, look how close he actually was. That's insane how close he was. It's actually, it's heartbreaking that he's that close and we're not going to get close enough to overtake him. But it is what it is, isn't it? And I think we are just going to throw and deploy that ERS on this main straight. Really just use what we've got, and that's not bad. That's not bad. Leclerc has run the race. Verstappen's finished second. Vettel's going to bring it home in 11th and was just 1.3 seconds behind Alonso in 10th. That is so close to an unbelievable end, but I will take an 11th place finish over what was going to be a 16th place finish. Well, this is just confirmation. 11th place, 6th place swing, really good. Like I'm so surprised that not more of the cars in and around us threw that soft tyre on, because it had 26 laps of life and there were 20 laps to go. And I just think it was I think it's poor, basically, team management from those around us to not go on it. Lance Stroll obviously was way off the pace and just couldn't make the most of the tyres, but Vettel very much did, didn't he? And I think it's helped us. I'm going to be honest, I think it's helped us, especially in this Constructors, because it was really looking like Haas were on for points. Look at AlphaTauri overtaking the McLaren. So that is the race weekend done and dusted. I think this important email is just literally to tell me the scouting department's been upgraded, but we will obviously check that next episode. But that race ended up being not too bad. We were literally within a second and a half of a point. That's what's crazy. I reckon if that safety car had maybe come a lap or two sooner, we would have got a point in that race, which is mad to be sitting here saying, because we were hopeless in the early stages. But be sure to join me next time for more racing content, my friends. But yeah, if you're new around here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's really appreciated by me. Best way to show some support, and be sure to be continuing to get your comments in and liking the video if you've enjoyed it. But next time out is the Canadian Grand Prix. Until then, stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see ya next time.